Live from New York, this is WIUR Radio.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Bases, Blitzes, and BS alongside Candelario. I'm Angelo Gioio, and today we got so much going on. The NFL free agency window is just kicking off. We have the WBC going on. It's the best time for sports. We're here with you guys for all of our opinions on WBC stuff, free agency, as people are freaking out in the studio right now. Alec Pierce right away back to the Colts on a huge deal. 4-year, $116 million.
Wow.
Right away, everyone in the studio is freaking out. But let's just get straight into it. We're gonna do a quick WBC recap, and then we're just gonna start talking football. While the signings trickle in, we'll talk about them a little bit. We'll talk about Alec Pierce after WBC talk. And then we have a bunch of other stuff to happen. Rashawn Gary got traded this morning. Obviously, Max Crosby. Let's just hop in, Zion. What are your thoughts on the WBC so far?
I think it's looking good. I think U.S. Skeens might pitch the finals, lining up for that. I'm excited for that. DR is looking lethal. I mean, their 1 through 9 is smacking balls to the second deck. It's absolutely wild.
Yeah, I mean, the DR looks great. I hope that's the final. Japan hasn't looked too good, surprisingly. They've been winning, but this hasn't been in convincing fashion. They barely beat Australia. Otani's looked pretty good, obviously, because he's Otani. But yeah, I think Team USA still looks amazing. I think they'll take it all the way. They've kind of been ramping up in the later innings of the game, as you've seen against Great Britain and who they played first, Brazil. So that's been just great. I love Team USA. I think the two best rosters we've ever seen conducted is in this WBC. I cannot wait to see them kind of face off in the championship. But yeah, Team USA's looked very, very good. Same with DR. Italy's looked very good as an Italian guy myself. I love seeing how Italy has looked so far. They have MLB talent everywhere. I think that they're a really sneaky team. Obviously, they got Cags, who I love. Yeah, I mean, is there any sleeper team that you've kind of seen throughout this first part of the WBC? Where yeah, I mean, they can kind of give the USA and DR kind of a run for their money. Not necessarily like they're going to beat them, but just a difficult game for one of those two squads.
I think say Mexico or even Puerto Rico. I feel like Diaz is closing out and they're winning games. They went on a walk-off. They're playing at their home field too. They're playing at San Juan. So yeah, that home environment is really helping them out, I feel like.
Yeah, I completely agree. Puerto Rico, despite being very much undermanned, no Lindor, no Correa, they still have looked pretty good throughout this first part of the WBC. We'll see how they go on throughout the rest of the WBC. But yeah, I mean, quick little WBC recap. Now let's just get straight to it. The NFL is going crazy right now. It's trade season. It's free agency season. Free agency just started. Olamide Zaccheaus to the Falcons. Okay. By the way, a huge shakeup in the receiver market. Alec Pierce got $29 million a year. We both thought when we were kind of talking about could Pierce become a Giant, Pierce would get around 23, 22. 29 is a lot of money. I think they were looking at Pickens to get 30. That's going to change a lot now. The receiver market, the huge down on the receiver market. Alec Pierce is great. Don't get me wrong. I love Alec Pierce, but I don't know, for $30 million a season, that's a lot of money. What do you think about Alec Pierce as we just kick off NFL free agency right away?
Now, he was the hottest toy for a quarterback on the market. I expect him to get something like that. So here's my thing. I think he's well-deserving just because Wandale was going to get, I saw it rough near 18 to 20. I saw 25 from Tennessee. So the fact that Pierce got 30, I mean, he has 90, 70 something receptions and 1,000 yards. He's absolutely dominant. He's 6'4". He runs a 4.4. He's a big body. Well deserved. What they gonna do at quarterback though is another question for Indy.
The Colts, I mean, yeah, they transition tag Daniel Jones. They're kind of stuck with him now since the transition tag. Nobody's gonna pay him a lot of money and then also give up a top pick on top of that. That really doesn't make sense to me. I know Jones is pretty decent. I'm not gonna sit here and hate on Daniel Jones necessarily, even though as a Giants fan.
Dart jersey I got on too, man.
I got the Dart jersey on. But I'm not gonna hate on DJ. I think DJ's a decent quarterback, but no one's gonna give him that kind of money on top of giving up a huge draft pick. So I think that they're just gonna rock with DJ. Maybe they grab somebody else. But yeah, I mean, haven't had too quick of a start for free agency. Remember 1 year we had Ted Karras signed right away, I believe that was with Cincinnati, like right away. We haven't. The only thing that we've really gotten is Pierce. Kind of interesting how much rumors have come out though. I mean, you can't. It's kind of crazy because there's like you can't legally tamper yet, and there's been so many rumors about like Giants, Kenneth Walker, Giants. They've been talking about Elijah Vera Tucker and Wyatt Teller. It's so interesting, and I'm so excited for the rest of free agency. It's going to be a crazy one. I mean, we've already had so many trades, and I feel like there's going to be more. I think the Giants are going to trade for an All-Pro. That's kind of my bold prediction of free agency because they've been talking about that. They were in the McDuffie sweepstakes, and I don't know if you saw, but Ryan Dunleavy, a Giants beat reporter, said he had a rumor that was so crazy that he needed like 8 sources to confirm it. I believe that's like an All-Pro trade. I don't know though.
I think so.
But kind of getting into some trade reactions, Max Crosby. What do you think of that? Like, what do you think of Max Crosby? Who do you think came out of the winner of the deal and whatnot?
Nah, definitely the Ravens. I mean, Jesse Minter, that's all we talk about. Defense. The way he gets after the quarterback, his philosophy. So he just got Max Crosby. You pair him in that defensive line. Then you have, guys like Hamilton and others. It's a great trade. I mean, the Ravens, now my thing is, what do you do offensively to supplement and help Lamar to reach that Super Bowl that he hasn't reached yet?
By the way, just another quick signing in really quick. Per Jordan Schultz, the Patriots are signing Draymond Jones to a 3-year, $39 million deal. As a Giants fan kind of thought there was a potential for him to come to New York. He's a defensive lineman. He could play inside linebacker as well. Yeah. So that would have been an ideal thing for New York because obviously just coming from the Ravens, the Harbaugh connection. But Draymond Jones to the Patriots, 3 years, $39 million. We're just starting up free agency. But yeah, I mean, Max Crosby, great trade for Baltimore. Also for the Ravens, they got a good amount in return. I don't think Max Crosby is as good as Micah Parsons, and they got a Micah Parsons-esque return when you think of the fact of where the picks are valued and whatnot. So I think it was a great return for the Ravens, for the Raiders, but also the Ravens. They're going all in, which is needed. Like there's no excuse to not have a 2-time MVP quarterback. Arguably should be a 3-time MVP quarterback in Lamar Jackson and not win a Super Bowl in his era. You have to go all in. And I love what they've done all offseason. Again, I'm a fan of Harbaugh as a Giants fan. I love the hire. But you talk about getting Minter. I think that was the right move. Firing Harbaugh, going out and getting Jesse Minter. I love that. I love the track that the Ravens are on right now. And they're just going to keep building. They're going to keep going throughout this offseason. They still have a lot to do. They still have to address the interior offensive line. I still think they need another playmaker for Lamar outside. Zay Flowers is pretty good, but kind of someone next to him would be huge. Yeah, I think the Ravens are going to probably win the AFC North. And we'll see where they go in the playoffs. The Chiefs are kind of interesting. They're up in the air, obviously. I think the Chiefs will draft well, which is huge, but yeah.
Yeah, I got them winning the AFC. I had them winning the AFC. I think they actually, this year with Minter, they actually go all the way. New England's regressed, though. You can see.
Yeah, New England's going to be kind of difficult to kind of judge this year. Obviously, we just saw them get Draymond Jones, which is nice. They have a lot of money to spend. They have so much money to spend still. That's kind of the thing with the quarterback and the rookie deal. And what frustrates me about the Giants so much, I discussed this with you about a week or two ago, I believe. It frustrates me so much the Giants have a quarterback on a rookie deal and they have no money. They're not a good team, and they have a quarterback on a rookie deal and they have no cap space. Granted, they're going to have to restructure and whatnot, but that's still just kicking the can down the line. When you have a quarterback on a rookie deal and your team is bad, you shouldn't have this much money just to have to kick down the line. That just is what enrages me about Joe Shane is people talk about, oh, he fixed the cap. He did not for New York. He did not fix the cap whatsoever. Yeah,
fix the O-line. I give him that credit.
Yeah, he fixed the O-line, and we'll see what happens here in the free agency. I mean, there was talks about them going after Elijah Tucker and Wyatt Teller, trying to get both of them. Yeah. That would be sick. We know Runyon status is up in the air for New York. They're trying to go a little bit more to kind of a run pro offensive line as well. So that's why they talked about AVT and Wyatt Teller because, I mean, we talk about Runyon. He's just a pass. He's just pass. He can really only pass block. He's not a good run blocker. So that's why that's where I think they are going. But yeah, now we're gonna go on just a couple more moves. This morning, I woke up to Rashad Gary and Minka Fitzpatrick getting traded. Any thoughts on those moves?
Fitzpatrick was good. It was for a 7th. He went to the Jets for a 7th round. That was good for the Jets. I think they needed that. Get that secondary help. Rashawn Gary was a shocking one. He went to Dallas, right?
Yeah, Rashad Gary went to Dallas. He was originally supposed to be traded. Also, more news just in. Eric Stokes signing a 3-year, $30 million deal with the Raiders. That is kind of a lot less than I thought he would sign for. I thought Eric Stokes would get a bag in free agency. Only $10 million a year in this corner market. Yeah, but keep going on what you're saying about Rashawn Gary.
Nah, I think it was a shocking trade. I did not expect that to happen. Like, he posted something, he deleted it, went back. So I think it was a good move for Dallas. Jerry Jones, he did say he wants to go out and get a good player. So
yeah, the Cowboys were in the Max Crosby sweepstakes.
Yeah.
They didn't land him. They weren't willing to give up 2 firsts, which is, I think, kind of ridiculous because they have 3 the next 2 years. Imagine if everybody would be calling Jerry Jones a madman if he literally somehow just traded Micah Parsons plus a 1 for Max Crosby, Quentin Williams, Kenny Clark, and Max Crosby. Like, that would be insane. Or Micah Parsons. That would be insane. That would just be insane. But nonetheless, they still get Rashawn Gary. Their defensive line is looking pretty good. I mean, Gary, Quentin Williams, Kenny Clark. They have Overshown on the outside as well. They could use. But yeah, I mean, interesting.
That's another team that should be all in.
Also, per Tom Pelissero, the Colts are now working towards a multi-year deal with Daniel Jones. We talked about Daniel Jones earlier. There's no details on the contract yet, but that's super interesting. By the way, I keep looking at my phone just because of the tweets. I'm not just sending out my phone.
Got it, bro.
We got it. This is huge as well. By the way, Alec Pierce also got $84 million guaranteed. I think that's the first 3 years of the contract guaranteed, if I'm not mistaken, which is insane. I mean, Alec Pierce is good, but he's just that's a receiver one money. And I mean, if Malik Neighbors comes back next year and plays the way that we know Malik Neighbors is, he's going to command so much money.
He's probably touching the 35s, 40s.
He's going to touch the 40s. I mean, what did Chase get?
Yeah, he got damn near around like 40-ish.
Yeah. I wonder how much that changes up Wan'Dale now, because, like, granted, I mean, I know that Wan'Dale is not better than Alec Pierce, but I don't think that they have really a 15 to 11 year APY difference in their play. I know Wan'Dale necessarily, he was going to command 15 to 18 million. I think the Titans are obviously the top suitor for him right now. For Alec Pierce, he commanded 29 million, which is insane. I mean, the Colts overpaid, definitely. You overpay for good players, but I mean, that's just insane. We're still talking about Alec Pierce. Also, we'll just get into a little more moves. Where do you think Geno Smith and Kyler Murray are going to? Obviously, we saw Tua Tagovailoa. He's expected to go to the Falcons now. That was reported just before our show. We'll kind of get into that later, but what do you think about Geno Smith and Kyler Murray, where they'll land? Because they're supposed to be starters next year.
I had Murray going to the Falcons, to be honest. They're like that QB away. I have them going to ATL. Geno is a surprising one. I think he ends up with the Jets again. I think the Jets are going to need that veteran presence. I think they got to go the way we did. You know, you get 2 veterans, let it play out, see which one is the hottest hand. And then next year, you know, sign Geno for 2 years, and then next one you draft that quarterback. You get him. Unless you go Ty Simpson this draft. Have him learn from Geno. You know,
Ty Simpson's terrible.
Yes, but you know,
that would be a Jets thing.
Do you follow the Giants blueprint? Like, you know.
Yeah, that is kind of interesting as well. Also, per Art Stapleton, a Giants beat reporter, he says look for Michael Pittman to be on the move, potential Giant receiver. I mean, that would be awesome. I think Michael Pittman next to Malik Neighbors would make a ton of sense for New York. But kind of the similar thing with Geno. I always thought Kyler would end up with the Vikings. That just makes so much sense. Kyler with the Vikings makes so much sense. And then Geno back to the Jets. I saw that as well. They're like the front runner for him. Kind of interesting. That would be awesome to see how that plays out with Geno Smith returning to the Jets. I still think Geno has something left in the tank. I think he was kind of put in a terrible situation with the Raiders last year. They just weren't good. Like, they just had Brock Bowers and Genty, and they couldn't really run the ball. So I would say Geno back to the Jets makes sense. And I always had Kyler going to the Vikings. I just think it makes the most sense for him to go in there, compete with McCarthy. I think he'll take the job outright for McCarthy. And I mean, K1 throw in the J-Jets and Addison would be sick. I know Addison potentially might be traded. I kind of saw some stuff about that. Don't know. Probably it's just smoke. But yeah, that would be awesome. Now just a little more moves. What do you think about Trent McDuffie? I mean, that trade.
That was an insane trade for the Rams. But you know, Sean McVay's always that aggressive. He's gonna get his guy. He's traded. I think there's a stat that like the Rams traded their last like 10 first-round picks for a player. So the fact that they got McDuffie, I wouldn't have wanted the Giants to do that trade though. I think they were like used as leverage. I don't even think they were in, to be honest. That was a whole lot. I don't know if Harbaugh would have done that.
Yeah, I mean, McDuffie's such a good player. He's probably a top 5, 7 corner in the league. And I mean, they only got him for like 22nd overall pick value, which they drafted him at. I think the investment of McDuffie definitely paid off to where you should get more than what you drafted him at a couple of years ago. But yeah, I mean, awesome trade for the Rams. They're going all in on Stafford's for last year. I think they're kind of a clear indication. This is Stafford's last season. They're going all in. I think that they should win the NFC. I mean, I don't see a team that's really better than them. Yeah, I mean, McDuffie, I love that trade for the Rams. For the Chiefs, it's still okay. I think they'll draft well because they're kind of in this point where they have so much money that they can't spend, or they can't spend that much money, so they just have to draft well to get out of this hole that they're in with their roster. But yeah, I mean, we'll look at some other trades. What do you think about DJ Moore to the Bills?
That's what they needed. Josh Allen needed that WR1. And I wanted DJ Moore so bad in the Giants. He separates so well. So you get him with Josh Allen. I think that's just going to work wonders. But again, that receiving core is so bad. So it's like, it's DJ Moore, and then Keon Coleman can be here too. Like, what do you do now?
Yeah, I completely agree. I think DJ Moore I thought it was a good trade for Buffalo. I know obviously they overpaid. They overpaid for DJ Moore. He's not worth a second. Granted, they did get a fifth back, but he's not worth a second. But DJ Moore fits Josh Allen's play style so well. DJ Moore is perfect for Josh Allen. I think it was a great trade, and you got to overpay for good players. And the Bills did that. I give them like a B+ on the trade. I give the Bears like an A, though. I think the Bears won the trade just because of the value they got back. Like, DJ Moore isn't worth a second. They still got Luther Burden and Rome Odunze, who are going to be awesome next year. I mean, DJ Moore is probably going to be their third best receiver next year. But I think DJ Moore is going to take a next step to being another like 1,000-yard receiver again with Joe Brady once again. But yeah, I mean, good trade for both sides. I think it's a win-win deal. But I would say Chicago comes out on top of the deal. And also more news about Michael Pittman. Ryan Dunleavy now saying that Michael Pittman is a trade target for the Giants, which would be interesting. Michael Pittman, obviously, now with the Alec Pierce signing on the trade market, on the trade block, we'll see how how this will develop with Pittman. I think that Pittman will end up getting dealt because you don't pay someone that much money to not be your one. Like, you don't pay Pierce that much money to not be your first receiver. So we'll see how it develops throughout the rest of free agency. But yeah, off to a fast start in free agency. Got a couple more moves we'll talk about here. What do you think about Diggs being cut?
I heard it was for money, so I understand why, but off-field problems, I mean, I understand why you cut him, but I hope they didn't cut him because of the Super Bowl performance. That really wasn't on him. That O-line was just bad all around.
Yeah, I think they cut him because of the off-field stuff. And plus, I mean, the money, like they saved $18 million in cap space.
Mm-hmm.
They really only signed him to a 1-year deal if you think about it. And granted, he did play better than most expected. Like, I did not think Diggs would be an 1,000-yard receiver right after tearing his Achilles, but he came back. He's an 1,000-yard receiver. I'm excited to see where he ends up if this legal stuff kind of trickles away, which I don't think it will. I think it does look pretty bad on him, apparently, which I don't think they would have cut him. I think they would have tried to trade him. But I'm interested to see where the Patriots are going to pivot to at receiver. Obviously, the big name has been A.J. Brown, but the Eagles want a lot. They want like a Micah Parsons S package, apparently, for A.J. Brown, which I don't blame them. They have no reason to trade A.J. Brown. They would basically lose $20 million if they did trade Brown. So why would you trade Brown if you're not getting that much in return? Granted, obviously, we know the locker room problems, but I don't know. You just don't trade players like that.
I don't know why New England wouldn't do it, though. Like, go all in. Like, you just went to the Super Bowl. Like, go all in, get A.J. Brown. Get a WR2 that supplements Brown.
But I mean, they have Devonta Smith.
And pay O-line. Who, the Pats?
No, you're talking about the Pats. I thought you meant the Eagles.
No.
Yeah, no, the Pats should go all in. I mean, they should go all in on AJ Brown.
I will pay that price if you're Robert Kraft. Like,
yeah, because I feel like at least if you go down swinging while you have your quarterback in a rookie deal, you went down swinging, you can live with that. If you don't take advantage of your quarterback in a rookie deal, then it's just, I know obviously we talk about Darnold now. He got paid a little bit and they won a Super Bowl, but he wasn't on that big of a deal. The only quarterback on a huge contract that has won the Super Bowl in the past 15 years has really been like Mahomes and Brady. Like, you have to have one of those goats if you want to win a Super Bowl while having a quarterback on a big time contract, and Stafford as well. But I mean, man, I think they should go all in on Drake May's rookie deal. Same thing with the Giants. If you have a quarterback on their rookie deal, go all in. Jaden Daniels, Caleb Williams. These teams need to go all in. And I mean, we'll see what the Patriots do. I think they should pivot to A.J. Brown, would be interesting to see. But yeah, I mean, there's also a couple more moves to talk about. What do you think about David Montgomery to the Texans?
That was a great trade. Their run game. CJ Stroud needs a running back that could just get the ball and just help him game manage. CJ Stroud is not a 300-yard passer. He's not going to do what these other QBs do. He's a game manager. So I think, and we saw that against New England. He was just put in uncomfortable positions because he's not that guy. So I think, get him that running back that could help him. I think he's going to help his game a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I've always been a Stroud believer. Obviously, I know the playoffs doesn't necessarily.
Yeah, that was rough.
That was rough as a Stroud believer. That was definitely rough to watch, but I think Stroud's going to bounce back. I like the move. I think they overpaid a little bit. I don't think David Montgomery is worth a 4th, a 7th, and an offensive lineman. Yeah. But granted, I mean, the running back market is at an all-time high right now after, we saw Saquon go in the Super Bowl. We saw Kenneth Walker win Super Bowl MVP. We saw the Seahawks really win their defense. So breaking news that just in as well. We're getting news from Robbie in the studio. Kenneth Walker to the Chiefs, as that's huge. Obviously, we just mentioned Kenneth Walker, right. And in terms of running backs winning a Super Bowl, Kenneth Walker to the Chiefs. We'll kind of pause on David Montgomery. Yeah. Switch over to another running back. What are your thoughts on Kenneth Walker to the Chiefs?
It needed to happen. I mean, there was rumors that Chiefs were going to pay him, I think, $16 million. I don't know what the contract detail is now.
Yeah, we don't have any of the contract details in just yet.
But they needed that running back. Their running game has been kind of weak over the past years. So it takes them out of the Jeremiah Love sweepstakes. So now, is he a New Orleans Saints?
I don't know.
Or is he a Giant? I mean, it leaves up to question. But because there were rumors that Love was going to go to the Chiefs. Now they signed Walker. So now what do you do?
Yeah, so obviously there was so much rumors between Kenneth Walker and the Giants. I was a fan of not getting Kenneth Walker. I know K9 is good. He's definitely a good player. I just wasn't a fan of paying a running back that much money. We'll see where the Giants do pivot to in terms of running back. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go out. I know this hasn't been reported on much, but I wouldn't be surprised if this goes to see them go out, get a guy like Rico Dowdle, potentially, like just a guy who can kind of just run, just let it set down between the tackles, go get that quick 4 or 5 yard gain. I just think that makes most sense. They want insurance for Scat because Scat, obviously, we see how injury prone he is. We know Tracy can kind of be a home run hitter. I wouldn't be surprised to see Jeremiah Love. If the Giants go out and they address all of their main needs in free agency, they should draft Jeremiah Love. They should draft a blue chip player if they go out and they address all of the main needs that they have in free agency. But if they don't address all their main needs, then go out and get a receiver, go out and get an offensive tackle, go out and get a tight end, whatever it might be. But yeah, I mean, interesting move. I know obviously for the Chiefs, this is huge as well. I mean, Kenneth Walker is a great player. We have yet to get the contract details in. I would kind of assume it's something around like 4 years, 16 a year, if I had to guess, because he was about to get somewhere around 15. But I mean, the Chiefs finally get a running back, and that's huge for Mahomes as well, just coming off the ACL tear, seeing how, kind of take some pressure off Mahomes. The Chiefs are able to run the ball a little more, but awesome moves for Kansas City. We'll see what the details are. That's going to be very interesting. I don't think the Chiefs have much cap space to begin with. I still think they need another receiver. Obviously, we saw them go get Travis Kelce once again this morning, bring back Kelce into the building. Probably going to be Kelce's last year. But I assume it's going to be Kelce's last year. I think the Chiefs need another receiver. But yeah, this is a huge step for the offense. And then I think next, once you get that receiver, just kind of focus on maybe the interior offensive line once again a little bit. I know obviously trading Tooney was one of the dumbest moves of the century, I think. I mean, they traded away one of the best offensive linemen in the league for a 4th round pick. But try and build up that interior offensive line, go get one more receiver, and then really focus on building that defense back up to where it was when you were winning Super Bowls. But I think the Chiefs should be right back in the mix. Kind of a down year for Mahomes. I think you compare it to Brady's career, kind of look at it like after like Brady's 2008, after Brady's arguable peak, they went undefeated and lost to the Giants in the Super Bowl. Obviously Brady got hurt the next year, really didn't have a good year, down year. Kind of compare it to kind of something like that, because I think Mahomes is on that Brady career arc. I think Mahomes will retire the greatest player ever.
You think he overlaps Brady?
Oh, 1,000,000%.
Oh, that's so tough, bro.
You don't believe that?
I don't believe so. I think he'll be one of the greatest though. Like, no doubt. I just don't think he tops him. I wonder if the Chiefs now go get Candelario at 5. I meant not 5. I meant where are they? 7, 8?
They're 9.
They're 9. When did they get Candelario or get like a Jordan Tyson on the trade back?
Oh, that is interesting. I wonder where the receivers are going to go in this draft. I wonder if Tyson's going to go above Tate. I wonder like how the teams view him. I think Cornell Tate is going to be the first receiver off the board, which is super interesting. We'll see how Jordan Tyson does stack up. Tyson's my number one. It goes Tyson for me, then Tate, and then Lemon.
I like Lemon at 2, bro. Lemon is so nice.
Lemon, I don't know. Some of the pre-draft stuff kind of scared me with him. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah.
But
I see.
I mean, I'm not in the meeting, so I don't know. But I would also take I think Tate's going to be awesome. I think you can't really go wrong with any of the three of them. I think they're all going to be just very good receiver twos throughout their entire career. I don't think one of them's ever going to be an X. Maybe Tyson,
Maybe
but
Tate.
maybe I don't know. I just think they're all going to be like very good Ys, and they're going to command big second contracts.
Okay.
But they're all going to be like worth their pick. Like if the Giants took Tate at 5, I wouldn't be too mad. I wouldn't be happy with it, but I wouldn't be too mad.
But this market, I mean, they're gonna get taken in the first top 15. I feel like.
Okay, and per Jordan Rana, the Giants did put in an offer for Kenneth Walker. No idea what even Kenneth Walker
Probably
got.
12.
Probably 12. Yeah, I just don't see a reason that they would have paid him a lot of money. But yeah, I mean, we'll see what Kenneth Walker gets, and we'll see how that affects the rest of the running back market, because he was definitely the best running back in the entire market. We'll see how that affects the rest of the market. We'll see what the Giants pivot to, if they were actually so keen on running back, or that was just insane smoke, because that would have been a great smoke from the combine. Like, oh, the Giants are so in on running back, because everybody believed it. I mean, everybody was kind of bought in on, oh, they're getting Kenneth Walker. I'd like to see the Giants kind of rebuild the interior offensive line first. I like Isaiah Likely. I know we talked about it before. You're a fan of just not getting a tight end, just running it back with the same tight end group. I love Isaiah Likely. I think the idea of Likely plus Theo Johnson plus Manhurts or Bellinger, whoever they decide to keep on the roster, would be a nice combination. And then also getting a receiver. They can kind of, I think, fill their slot in house, whether that's just Neighbors or, Slayton's gonna have to play because they're paying him, and that just sucks. Yeah. I mean, dude, Slayton isn't that bad. Like he just has drop issues, and the years that he hasn't had drop issues, he's been really good. He's been like,
bro, but he's supposed to dart like 6 touchdowns. Like he's like, I don't know what to say about him.
Yeah, Slayton's so interesting.
I read that they're gonna keep all 4 tight ends though, but Manhurts won't. Like Manhurts is gonna be a part of the blocking, I guess, in goal line. I read Bellinger's gonna be, I think, special teams, and then so I think they go get Likely and him and T.O.
Yeah, something interesting per Connor Hughes. The Giants had an extensive interview with Kenneth Walker at the trade deadline. That's kind of interesting. I don't know if that's tampering, but that's going to do it all for us here at Blitzes MBS. I'm Angelo Gioio. Alongside me, John Candelario. We're signing off and wishing you an amazing NFL free agency Monday as we're off.
We're off. Go Giants, baby. Let's go. Make some moves.